Vision is the seed of transformation. Without it, we drift, reacting to life rather than shaping it. A clear vision anchors your soul and drives your every step. When you lack clarity, confusion fills the void. And confusion births hesitation, which stalls your progress. But when you define your vision, even the storms of life cannot easily shake you. A focused mind becomes a magnet for opportunity, and a heart aligned with purpose will find doors swinging open that were once locked tight. Take time to sit with yourself and ask the hard questions. What do you truly want? Not what others expect or what seems convenient, but the deep yearning that echoes when the world is silent. That desire is the blueprint your future is waiting on. Too often, people wait for external change while their internal compass remains foggy. Transformation begins not when circumstances shift, but when you dare to envision the life you were created to live. It's not enough to simply want better. You must define better. Break it down until it becomes tangible. If your vision is vague, your results will be vague. Write it down, speak it aloud. Let it soak into your spirit until every decision reflects that image of where you are headed. And don't stop at the surface, dig deep. Where do you see yourself emotionally, financially, spiritually, relationally? Every facet of your life deserves intention. And vision also requires courage. To pursue it fully, you may have to leave behind comfort zones, familiar routines, and even relationships that no longer align with where you're going. Growth often demands separation from what's familiar. But the price of not moving is far greater than the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. Do not shrink your vision to fit your current reality. Expand your faith to match the greatness you envision. When you define your vision clearly, your actions gain purpose. No more wasted energy on distractions that serve no real end. A person with vision walks differently, speaks differently, and carries themselves with the authority of someone who knows where they're going. This clarity cultivates resilience. When obstacles arise, you won't crumble because your eyes are fixed on something greater than the challenge before you. Transformation begins in the mind but manifests in action. Take that vision and break it into steps. What must happen this month, this week, today to bring that future closer? Celebrate each step, no matter how small. Progress fuels momentum, and momentum propels you forward even when motivation wanes. Let 2025 be the year you stop wandering and start building. You don't need to have every detail figured out, but you do need to begin. One step of faith can illuminate the next. Trust the process, trust the vision, and trust that what is ahead is greater than anything you're leaving behind. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine that keeps you moving long after the excitement fades. Too many people wait for the right feeling to act, but transformation doesn't answer to feelings, it answers to consistency. If you only build when you feel inspired, your foundation will be shaky. Real change happens when you push forward on the days when nothing in you wants to. Discipline isn't glamorous, it's often quiet, lonely, and unseen. It's waking up early to pray or plan even when no one else is watching. It's choosing to walk away from distractions that promise temporary comfort but sabotage long-term progress. Discipline requires you to have difficult conversations with yourself. It demands that you tell your flesh no, even when every part of you wants to say yes. But let me tell you, this discipline will take you where motivation cannot. When the applause stops and the crowd disperses, discipline will still be standing beside you, whispering, keep going. Discipline doesn't care how you feel in the moment. It only cares about the commitment you made to yourself when the vision was clear and the passion burned strong. The reason some dreams die is not because they were impossible, but because they were not protected by the daily decisions that nurture growth. A seed cannot survive if the soil is neglected. Your habits are the soil. They either cultivate growth or choke it out. Every small decision adds up, shaping your character and pulling you closer to or further from the life you're trying to build. And let's be honest, discipline will stretch you. It will pull you beyond what's comfortable. But growth lives outside of comfort. When you commit to showing up daily, you begin to tap into strength you didn't know you had. Each time you press forward, you are training your spirit to overcome. That's how strongholds are broken. Not by a single burst of energy, but by relentless day-by-day effort. There will be days you want to quit, days when your progress feels invisible. But remember, this discipline is working even when results aren't obvious. A foundation takes time to build, and much of the work happens underground, out of sight. Don't mistake the silence for inactivity. Growth is happening in the hidden places. Push past the desire for quick results. Transformation isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's built on the back of sacrifice, endurance, and relentless pursuit. And the beautiful thing is, the more disciplined you become, the easier it gets. What once felt hard becomes second nature. That's the power of habit. So stay committed. Let discipline guide your decisions, not fleeting emotions. Choose the hard thing today so you can live the life you envision tomorrow. Refuse to be ruled by the ups and downs of feelings. Stand firm. And know this discipline may not always feel good in the moment, but it always yields fruit in the end. Your body is the vehicle that carries you to your destiny, and your mind is the compass that directs the way. If you neglect either one, the journey becomes harder, slower, and filled with unnecessary detours. Transformation cannot happen when you're running on empty. Health and wellness are not luxuries, they are the foundation for everything you are called to do. Too often, people chase success while ignoring the very vessel that must sustain them. They burn the candle at both ends, trading rest for results until their bodies force them to stop. But let me tell you what good is a dream if you don't have the strength to live it out. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you prioritize your well-being, you position yourself to operate at your highest capacity. Your health is not just about avoiding sickness, it's about cultivating the energy, clarity, and resilience required to meet life's demands. A strong body empowers a strong spirit. When you care for yourself physically, it spills over into every other area, your relationships, your work, your mindset. The way you treat your body is a reflection of the value you place on the calling within you. Start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Drink more water. Move your body daily, even if it's just a walk. Get enough sleep. These simple acts are seeds sown into your future. Don't underestimate their power. Each healthy choice strengthens your foundation and prepares you for the weight of the blessings to come. And let's not forget the mind. Mental wellness is just as crucial as physical health. The battles you face externally often begin internally. If your thoughts are clouded with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will manifest in your actions. Guard your mind fiercely. Feed it with positivity, truth, and wisdom. Spend time in stillness, reflection, and prayer. When your mind is clear, your path becomes clear. There will be moments when life feels overwhelming. Stress will try to creep in and anxiety will attempt to steal your peace. But remember, this peace is a discipline. It doesn't happen by accident. You must fight for it. Create boundaries around your time and energy. Learn to say no to things that drain you. Protect your space from chaos. Healing, growth, and transformation require you to be whole body, mind, and spirit. You cannot neglect one part and expect the others to thrive. Treat your health like the treasure it is. Because the truth is, there are places you're meant to go, people you're destined to reach, but you need the strength to get there. So today, make the decision to invest in yourself. Your well-being is not a detour from your destiny, it's the road that leads you there. The better you care for yourself, the more you can give, build, and create. Transformation starts with honoring the vessel you've been given. And when you do, you'll discover just how powerful, capable, and resilient you really are. Time is the most precious gift you've been given, but it's also the most easily wasted. You can make more money, build more relationships, and create new opportunities, but once time is gone, you can't get it back. The way you manage your time reflects how much you value your purpose. If you treat it casually, life will pass by, leaving you wondering where it all went. But when you take hold of your time with intention, you begin to see transformation unfold in ways you never imagined. Too many people live in reaction mode, responding to whatever comes their way without ever setting clear priorities. The urgent always seems to drown out the important. But if you don't take control of your schedule, someone else will. Time is not something to be managed lightly, it's something to be guarded fiercely. Every hour you waste is an hour you cannot recover. You must become the gatekeeper of your time, protecting it from the distractions, obligations, and interruptions that don't serve the vision God has placed in you. Understand this: every minute spent without purpose chips away at the destiny you are trying to build. If you want transformation, start by eliminating what doesn't align with where you're going. It's not about filling your schedule, it's about focusing your energy on the right things. Busyness is not a badge of honor. Being busy does not always mean being productive. True productivity is the result of doing what matters most consistently and with intention. Like, learn to say no. Every yes to something insignificant is a no to something greater. Don't let guilt or obligation pull you away from the path you are called to walk. The power to say no is not selfish, it's wise. Guard your time as if it were treasure, because it is. Prioritize the assignments that build you, grow you, and push you closer to the vision in your heart. Let go of the unnecessary, the trivial, and the things that drain your energy without feeding your future. And don't just manage your time, master it. Set goals, create plans, and break them down into daily actions. Be deliberate about how you spend your mornings, your afternoons, and your evenings. Start the day with clarity, knowing exactly where your focus needs to be. Time block your schedule if you must. Protect the moments that matter most. When you create structure, you give your dreams a place to thrive. It's not enough to wish for more time. You must steward the time you already have. Use it wisely. Invest it in learning, in relationships that uplift you, and in work that fulfills you. Transformation is not the result of grand moments. It is built in the small, consistent ways you choose to spend your days. At the end of it all, you don't want to look back with regret, realizing that the life you could have lived was sacrificed to distractions. Let today be the day you take control. Seize the time you've been given and use it to shape the future you desire. Every second counts, make them matter. Growth is not automatic. It doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't come by simply hoping for better days. Growth is intentional, and it requires a hunger to learn, stretch, and evolve. If you want transformation, you must become a lifelong student, always seeking, always listening, and always reaching for the next level. The moment you stop learning is the moment you start dying. Stagnation sets in when curiosity fades. There's no room for complacency in the life of someone who's chasing greatness. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not growing, you're falling behind. Every new skill, every book, every lesson equips you for the challenges ahead. Knowledge opens doors that talent alone cannot. Wisdom grants you the discernment to navigate the unexpected. But let's be clear, learning isn't just about gathering information. It's about transformation. Real learning changes you. It shifts your perspective, expands your capacity, and humbles you. It forces you to confront what you thought you knew and realize there's more to discover. Don't just learn for the sake of knowledge, learn to become who you were meant to be. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you're on. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking and inspire you to rise higher. There's something powerful about sitting under the wisdom of those who have gone before you. Their experiences can save you from unnecessary mistakes and accelerate your progress. Honor the value of their insights by applying what you learn, not just hearing it. And let's not forget, growth often comes wrapped in discomfort. It stretches you, and sometimes it breaks you, but only to rebuild you stronger. Don't resist the process. Lean into it. The most valuable lessons are often learned in seasons of struggle. Failure, setbacks, and disappointments are not your enemies. They are teachers shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. Commit to reading, listening to podcasts, attending seminars, whatever feeds your spirit and mind. But don't stop there. Apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. Let every new insight push you to shift the way you live, lead, and love. A consistent learning transforms not just your mind, but your habits, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. Make no mistake, this commitment to growth is not just for you. It's for the people you are called to impact. Your ability to lead, serve, and inspire others hinges on your willingness to grow. You can't pour into others if you're empty. The more you invest in yourself, the more you have to give. The journey to lifelong learning never ends. There's always more to discover, more to understand, and more to become. Choose to be the kind of person who is never satisfied with surface level living. Dig deeper, then stretch further. Embrace the process and watch how every area of your life begins to shift. Growth is the bridge between where you are and where you are destined to be. Walk boldly across it. Life was never meant to be lived alone. The strength you need to carry the weight of your purpose often resides in the people you surround yourself with. Relationships are not just connections, they are lifelines. The right relationships will pull you forward, while the wrong ones will keep you anchored to places you were never meant to stay. If you want to transform your life, you must become intentional about the relationships you cultivate and the environments you allow yourself to grow in. You cannot build destiny in isolation. There is power in community and shared experiences and in the wisdom that flows through meaningful connections. Iron sharpens iron, but that sharpening can only happen through proximity. It's in the conversations that challenge you, the accountability that holds you steady, and the encouragement that speaks life into you when your strength begins to waver. Relationships are the scaffolding that allows you to rise higher. But not every connection is meant to continue. Some relationships are seasonal, and trying to hold on to them past their expiration can hinder your growth. Don't be afraid to evaluate the people in your life. Are they pushing you closer to your purpose, or are they pulling you away from it? Are they speaking faith, hope, and vision into your life, or are they draining your energy with negativity and doubt? Transformation often requires pruning. It's not personal, it's necessary. True growth happens when you invest in relationships that align with your values and your vision. Seek out people who inspire you, who reflect the character and wisdom you desire to develop. And when you find them, honor those relationships. Be intentional about nurturing them. Make space for conversations that matter. Show up for the people who show up for you. And understand this, relationships are not one-sided. You cannot expect to receive what you are not willing to give. Be the friend, mentor, partner that you desire to have. Speak life into others. Celebrate their victories, stand with them in their struggles, and offer support without expectation. When you pour into others, you create a cycle of growth and encouragement that will eventually find its way back to you. Your transformation is not just for you. There are people tied to your obedience, your growth, and your journey. Your ability to thrive will impact your family, your community, and even strangers you have yet to meet. When you cultivate strong relationships, you create a ripple effect that extends beyond what you can see. Don't neglect this area of your life. The strength of your relationships will often determine the strength of your endurance. Life's greatest battles are not meant to be fought alone. Surround yourself with people who remind you of who you are when you forget. Build relationships that lift you higher and be that source of strength for others. In the end, the legacy you leave will not be measured by what you accomplish alone, but by the lives you touch, the hearts you inspire, and the people you journey with along the way. Choose to build relationships that reflect the greatness within you and watch as your life begins to transform from the inside out.